everybody, my name is Shiv, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kitakaze, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now, normally, when I'm playing the Kitakaze, I don't like pushing cap points right at the beginning. It generally is just not an overly good feeling for me. Many a times, I kind of throw away some of the advantages that the ship has in order to contest points, and that's generally not ideal. However, in this case, we actually have a situation where it is ideal. Mostly that we have another DD here to basically act as a spotter and or assistant. So we felt pretty confident in doing this. Alright, so we took C, and I'm thinking, okay, we're pretty much safe. Right? We don't have to worry about anything. So I'm looking at this Cleveland, and lo and behold, here's a Z-23. Where the hell did he come from? He is outside of our cap, so we're going to just start laying in on him. We've got some time before our torpedoes are going to be up, and our first salvo just takes out that engine. We're going to keep on firing there, 2Ks, 1700s. It's all kinds of good. But then, lo and behold, somebody actually got the detonation, which I was like, wow, that's okay. Now I'm looking at this lion, and our Akatsuki damn near ran into our torp, so that is not a good situation. Now the initial torp spread we just threw there was to basically kind of wave off this Cleveland. The second one is going to be going after the lion. Now right now we are under fire. This is not a good situation. We are actually going to be turning around, and we're about to pull a Noster. No, not a Noster. Wait a minute. We have this ship kitted out to where we can stop on a dime, and that's really helpful for the way we play. Alright, so we're going to smoke up here, basically creating an escape path for our friendly DD, while able to throw at least one salvo at a battleship. I would have liked to have gotten more, but, you know, shit happens. Alright, so we're going to swing ourselves out here. Again, we did not Noster. We did kind of waste the smoke, and as we're looking in, we see right here, we got at least two torpedoes that are going to hit the Leon. And it hits it for 41,000, devastating strike, and a detonation. Guys, I feel horribly bad when this happens. When you can just nuke a battleship with basically two torpedoes, that is RNG loving you. And I felt really bad, and I apologize to the guy, because that's a horrible feeling when that happens to you. Lord knows it's happened to me. Hell, I've had that happen to me while playing the Yamato. Figure that one out. Alright. So, we've already gotten our first kill. It was from torpedoes with a little bit of lucky RNG there. And I'm feeling a little bit bold here. So we're going to come across here. And we see this Nelson, and he is just getting focused on. Well, we are a support destroyer, so we fire where there is focus fire. And here we go. As you can see, our aim is pretty solid. We're hitting about $1 grand each time we hit. And we get the second kill. We didn't do much damage there. Honestly, 2K at best. We did about 2,000 damage to it. But we got the kill. Now, would that be vulturing? Yeah. Does that happen all the time? Yeah, it is. Alright, so right now we've got a lot of blocking cover here, but I see there's a Cleveland. Now, Cleveland represents a massive threat. In general, I don't recommend attacking things that can hit you back harder than you can hit them in the open. Cleveland would be one of those targets, but as I see, he is pointed to attack somebody else. This makes for a really good opportunity to just soak him full of HE shells. And there you go. As you can see, we're popping over 2,000 there. And then the damage starts dwindling off a bit as the saturation starts kicking in. But we have dropped him down from 14K down to about 2,700. And we're under fire from a Bismarck. That's not good. We also got a Kronstadt over there who's got that radar. So we're going to put out one salvo of torpedoes, and we're getting ready for the second one. And we're just creating a wall through this channel. When it comes to the sea cap on this map, to the left and right of that furthest island you just saw there are really great spots to create walls of torpedoes. You'd be surprised how many times you're going to get a hit doing that. And as you can see here, there's at least 3 possible ships that we might hit. Alright, so we do a little bit of reactionary fire on the Cleveland, hoping to hit it, maybe cause a fire. Yeah, no, he turned in. We didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of hitting that. All right, so the wall is looking really good. It's looking like the Cleveland and the Bismarck are both possibly going to take some torpedo love. So we're coming in now, and I see the Bismarck is basically just getting fired upon left and right, but he is repairing through it, and he has put out the fire. But I'm going to start shooting at this Cleveland. We really want to take him out of the mix. And one of our torpedoes actually hit the Bismarck. And again, a little bit of vultury, but it is what it is. And we finish off the Cleveland, getting a double strike. That is already amazing, and that is now 4 kills.
Time to put on the beer
That's goggles. A great feeling right there. But we're not done yet. If we're not going for Kraken, we're not doing our job. We have this Kronstadt here, and he is popping radar. He wants to see what's going on, but he is focused on another target. And while that's happening, I'm okay. This felt like a wasted radar, to be perfectly honest with you. But we're going to just, put some more damage on him. As you can see, it's not overly that much. We're not getting any fires, which was really disappointing, to be perfectly honest with you. But we're going to keep on applying this pressure. And he is just going to start pulling away. And we're going to lose visual on him here very soon. And now we need to find a new target. So we've got 2 targets here, the Seattle and the Massachusetts. Well, the Seattle is closer and definitely a high threat target. If he gets within about 9 kilometers, I know he's going to use his radar. So we want to get a fire on him. Boom, there we go. But he puts it out almost instantly. Like, we're not going to get much value off that fire at all. As you can see, it's already out. So we're going to switch over to the Massachusetts because we have visual on it. If the Seattle came back into vision, we would be shooting at that. But it is what it is. So Seattle comes back. He is turning inward. At this point, I'm realizing, it's probably not that good for me to go. And we've got 2 destroyers over here. So let's go ahead and engage that. We've got this Fletcher and we got an Akatsuki. There's actually more destroyers over there. All their destroyer fleet basically went to A, which is just silly. Just going to say that right now. So we're lining up, and here come Torps that are just going to take him out before I even land a shot. Trying to go for that Kraken, and I'm getting denied. But lo and behold, there's an Iowa up there.
Oh,
we like messing with Iowas.
Good gas mileage.
All right, so we're coming in. We're vectoring towards the Iowa. We've got the Fletcher there. I'm figuring this is going to be really good. 2v1, should have a lot of fun. But the Iowa does something that's going to be a little disheartening here. That Fletcher's at 11,000 life. He was at 11,000 life. Battleship AP strikes again. Very, 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 very unfair to a destroyer. But it happens. Alright, so we're closing in on the Iowa. We want to get to around 10 kilometers or less on him before we start doing our gunboat shenanigans. We also want to make sure he's engaged with another target since we just lost our spotter. That's kind of a crucial thing right there, ladies and gentlemen. When you're playing this ship, yeah, you can hide in smoke and gun things down, but if nobody's spotting it, it's kind of a problem. Alright, so we're going to start another wall, and this will be the final wall we actually get to deploy. And we're hoping to get at least 1 hit on the Iowa. With his torpedo damage reduction, it should be just under 18k, give or take. And that's actually pretty good. And as you can see here, he's already burning. He's under assault from another ship, which is why we can get away with doing what we're doing. He is actually at 9.3. This is very ideal distance from us. And he is actually going to start turning in. And we're loving this concept. And he's going to turn perfectly in to take at least one of these torpedoes. The downside is he's also exposing himself to another battleship that's over on that side, who also takes the hit on him and basically gets the kill. I'm a little disheartened by that, but it is what it is. And again, Kraken eludes us. We are at 109,000 damage, and Kraken is eluding us. So we're coming in now. We know there's at least 2 more destroyers on this flank, and we are a destroyer hunter, but again, we're kind of in a rough spot because, hey, we're by ourselves, and we're below half health. Not not fun. Actually, no, we're slightly above half health. Ideally, we don't want to see the Fletcher that's over here because the Fletcher, it's
Looks
got pretty
like
good gun
you're
power, and lo and behold, it's a
fucked.
Fletcher. All right, so we're gonna just start in. We instantly take the engine. We're trying to go for some fires or something to add more damage to him. We're realizing that he is setting up for a torp run, so we're going nose in on him. And we're going to change that vector real quick here just to try to
Looks
finish
like
him off.
you're fucked.
Change our
This is a force
sights.
to be reckoned with.
And now we're going to turn hard in.
I
At the
shot,
last second,
you
we got the
died.
torpedo beats.
I came, I saw,
Now, guys,
I
we
kicked
got
ass.
very lucky there, let's be honest. But we got our Kraken, and that's all that matters. All right. So now there's one last destroyer. We know he's on this flank. We could tell that by last scene and the fact that we just got detected. So we know he's at least within 12.5 kilometers of us. Now we see somebody in our team saying, hey, I got DD firing at us. So I go to find out where he's at, and I see him there. And I'm able to kind of figure out that he's somewhere in this area. That and, they ping the map, which is also very helpful. So we're going to be coming into this direction, and I'm figuring he's actually chasing him, but just staying on the outside edge. But then I look and see the direction of the Colorado, and I see we got the Kutsov coming in. So we've got the ability of creating one hell of a trap that's going to stop this DD from breaking away. So as the Kutsov comes in a little bit closer, I decide, we need to start moving a little bit more to the left here. And create a better little triangular zone. So we move it over just a tad.
Oh, and it got such good
And
gas
we're
mileage.
kind of just wiggling around just in case. And then I see more torpedoes, and I start figuring, it's like, hey, you know what? Those could have come from a long way because it's Japanese. So let's move a little bit more over this direction. And the moment we do that, we get rewarded. We absolutely get rewarded. All right, so getting our shots off. First salvo takes out the torpedo launcher. Second one sets a fire. Third one, just base damage. We're going to keep firing here.
Now this is a
And there
force
went
to
the
be
engine.
reckoned with.
And he is almost dead. He drops speed instantly. Try to get in that smoke, and he dies. And
Hail
here
to
we
the-
go. As you can see, we made 474,000 credits. We got 5,337 experience with 1,068 free experience. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, we didn't have any like super special flags or super special camo on. This was not a 2x victory. This was just basic victory. I think I did have the regular signal flag that gives plus 50%. For free XP as well as regular XP. Now, looking at the stats here, we had 274 gun hits, we had 4 torpedo hits, 5 incapacitations, 6 kills, 3 fires, 3 floods. We assisted capture in 1, and we spotted 5. Now, looking at some of the more detailed stats here, we kind of see a couple of things. As you can see here, we did a massive ton of damage on the Leon. We did a decent amount on the Cleveland, a massive amount on the Fletcher, a decent amount on the Suki, lull on the Bismarck, and even more lull on the Nelson. As you can see here, fire really did not play a huge part of our gameplay. We only caused 3 fires, and it only led to 851 damage. This was because the things we were setting fire to were generally cruisers, and they were not having that. Or they were destroyers, and they were not having it. So, yeah, the rashness to instantly decon a fire kind of plays in. That's something you're going to see a lot with cruisers as well as destroyers, because they generally don't have heals. Things with heals, they'll let it burn. We did not get enough sustained damage to where we cause fires onto, say, a battleship in order to really rack up that fire damage. So this is kind of what you get. But all in all, it was an amazing game. All right, so now we're going to take a little bit of a look at how we have this Kitakaze kitted out. All right, first up, we've got modules. We have to talk about the upgrades. We went with the main battery modification. There is an argument for the range modification, but personally, I like a little bit more DACA. We went with conceal because we're destroyer. Propulsion modification, this one, again, you can kind of argue saying that maybe the steering modification, but for me, I find that the propulsion modification is just far better. absolutely far better. We also went with the aiming system modification just because it's less dispersion. We're protecting our engine a little bit, as well as protecting our guns with the main armament modification 1. Now, captain skill wise is also kind of an interesting thing. Now, our build is not DACA, it's more of a protection build for sustainability in the game. So, starting off with, we have priority target. Yes, we went with priority target over preventative maintenance. And I know that this is heresy to a lot of you DD captains out there, but considering how we have to play the ship at times and maybe do a little open water fighting without using smoke, the ability of seeing how many things are aiming at you is really an important thing. Yes, I understand preventive maintenance, helps protect our engine, but we're okay. We are honestly okay. Next up, we have his last stand, followed by superintendent. Now, some of you might go, well, no, you should have gone with survivability expert before you went with superintendent. I disagree with you. That extra amount of smoke, as well as the engine boost and torpedo reload, pretty much means that this is a priority no matter how you try to cut it. And in all honesty, I think superintendent should be the auto pick for almost every single DD to start with. Next up, we went with IFHE. Why? Because we knew we were going down this path, and you have to have IFHE before you get Concealment Expert. Now, once you get to that 14th point, Concealment Expert is a no-brainer. When you get to your 17th point, Survivability Expert, again, is a no-brainer. And when you get to your 19th point, you're going to want to go with Adrenaline Rush. Now, there's an argument to say, oh, well, just take the preventative maintenance and have one floating, maybe put in expert loader. I don't agree with that. I would much rather have the DACA and kind of have this nice little hybrid of DACA and survivability, getting the best of the both worlds while being neither an expert in either or allows for a greater amount of flexibility. And that flexibility is exactly what you want in a ship like the Kitakaze. So, yeah, that's the Kitakaze. It's an amazing ship. I love this thing. My personal name for this is the Tokyo Hellcat. It's just been an absolute joy to play. I've been loving it, and hopefully you guys will have a chance to get your hands on it. I know if you're looking at the Haragumo and you want to grind up to it, this is the last step before you hit the Haragumos. So trust me, guys, this ship is amazing. If you play this like you played the Zuki, you're going to have a lot of fun. Many ways, it is an upgrade to the Zuki. It really is. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, the ship saying, stay safe, have fun, may RGs bless you. I'm out.